Morning.
Morning.
And because I hope we have got good sound this morning. We have a small technical issue, but I hope we've resolved the technical issue. So let's hope you all can all hear me well. Yeah, last week, this time we said Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yeah.
And where has that gone?
Now, now it's almost Happy New
Yeah, it's
Year.
Happy New Year to everybody. That's in what it's about 2 days.
Yep.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow evening, it's gone.
Okay, so we won't have any more lives this year. Is that right?
No.
Okay. So let me know, how was your Christmas? We had a bit of sumptuous Christmas. We normally tend to do a bit more sumptuous. Is that the good word?
I don't know what that means.
That means having too much. That's a good word for having too much.
I don't know.
Overconsume. Is that the other word? Overconsume.
Yeah.
Because you eat up to this point and you feel you're full. Then you look for liquid stuff. Because that can go in between.
Mm.
And the liquid stuff takes everything down. Then you got more space and you add more to that space.
Oh well, luckily
Yeah.
everyone is in charge of what goes into his
No,
mouth,
no, that's
right?
right. That's why we're
So
going on a
nothing
diet
to
again. Is
do
that
with
right?
me. Well, it doesn't help me putting you on a diet if you're gonna
No, it does help.
sumptuously eat
That
every.
was Christmas. That was how can I say? It's a sumptuously eating day
You know.
for all people in the world. All right. So what are you guys going to do on New Year? I see a lot of the New Year fireworks have been cancelled.
Mhm.
I know a lot of the Christmas parades have been cancelled. And suddenly that other friend of us, Omicron, has appeared in Auckland in the community.
Mhm.
That's an interesting thing. So
Yeah, I've got mixed feelings about that.
I got, yeah, myself as well. And needless to say, I doubt if it's very bad feelings that I have about that.
No, me neither.
No, I think it's time for this to happen. We've been sheltered so long. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll see how
we'll see.
bad this really
What
is.
what I've looked at and I've studied this quite. I can say I've studied this quite intensely. Wherever else in the world it happened, we've got friends and family in the UK, friends and family in South Africa, and it looks like the health system gets overloaded in the testing area,
Yeah.
not the hospitals. So because of the high volumes of new infections, the testing areas just can't keep up anymore.
Mm.
But it's not the hospitals. I've been looking at Australia; they've reached their peak. What was it? Just out of 11,000 new infections. And you must remember, it's holiday time, so not a lot of people are going to go to the testing stations. Point one,
Mm.
um, and they had what, 5 deaths.
Yeah.
Now I don't know that deaths could still be Delta related,
Mm.
or it could be Omicron, but I'm no expert in that field. So yeah, what is your expectations for 2022?
I have learned last year to have no expectations at all.
No, I've got to have some expectations. I'm one of those people. It's like goals.
I'm just taking it one day at a time, and I'm going to try not to let it get me down. So if the borders open in February, great. If it doesn't, then I'll just wait for the next date. So I'm
Mm.
not gonna
That's an
allow it to get me
interesting
down.
one. If the borders will
Mm.
open or won't open.
But I don't want to
Mm.
say it should because that's what I said last or this year. So we'll see.
Benita Herbens on the other channel saying, I'm with Mariska on expectations. She's also got no expectations.
Yeah.
So, Benita, I've got big expectations for 2022. Really. I've learned in my life you only live once. And I feel we need to go full out. So, 2022 will be a very good year for all of us.
So what are you expecting?
Ah,
You said
but
you've got
I
high
tried
expectations.
expecting Christmas gifts, but that didn't appear. So
You lie.
no, you know what's actually the worst thing about Christmas gifts? All the people gave me chocolates. I've got chocolates there, I've got chocolates there. So yeah, no, for the new year, what I'm not, it's not an expectation. It's not a wishful thinking. I am going to lose some weight. Now that is something I've put my head down last year, started off with this getting a bit healthier.
Yeah, I think
'Cause
you
that's
sh- you
important.
shouldn't say that you're going to lose weight. You
Mm.
will eventually, but I think the thing is that you will look after your body better this year.
Yeah, oh, definitely, definitely. And I've just found that mindful eating is that this mindful thing is all over.
Mm.
Oh, you must be mindful driving. Goodness, I am mindful when I'm driving.
No, you're not. Be mindful of swearing words when you're driving.
Have you seen a lot of idiots in front of me?
Ah.
Yeah, it's quite interesting how people drive. We actually yesterday very narrowly missed an accident. And the person with the smallest car I can think of were totally over the line, driving, just coming around the bend. I don't know where that lady's head was at that stage, but okay, let's not go there.
Yeah, we were driving from the Coromandel back home to Tauranga yesterday, and the road wasn't that busy coming back.
Yeah,
The road was quite busy going up to Coromandel,
until we reached
but
Tauranga.
from Kati, just before
Mm.
Kati, it was really bad.
Really crazy.
We were like, it was like Cape Town again. We're just sitting bumper to
Yeah.
bumper.
There's somebody that's on my side, from Mark, not saying, and this guy's throwing me under the bus the whole time. Nah, that's good. Well, no, thanks. I'll send you a chocolate. I'll send you one of my Christmas chocolates.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think 2022. We need to have some expectations. We need to have we need to have a bit of a future view for where we are going. Otherwise, you're going nowhere.
Mm.
That's always what I think. In the beginning of the year, I've got a few things that I really want to do for the year, and that has helped me during my life to reach certain goals. So what I've basically done this year is take my goals from last year and increase them a bit.
Okay.
And I think my goals from last year, um, I think I've reached most of them, except the weight thing.
Okay.
So to my other fat friends, yeah, let's just go there. Let's just go there. Christmas was hectic. I got on the scale this morning. Oh my goodness! And it wasn't all the chocolate. Actually, I had very little chocolates.
We didn't eat a lot of
No,
sweet stuff.
I had one last night. I just had to see if they were still fresh.
Yeah.
So. So I'm going fishing a bit later today. Still got a bit of admin work to do. Yeah. So the old year, the old year, as they call it, some admin work to end the year off with. Got a few things still hanging out there. Yeah, but that's that. So hopefully we could be out there fishing a bit more, and let's see how that goes. So if you're a client and you're near Tauranga, in Tauranga, and you want to go fishing this afternoon or Friday, Saturday, or Sunday in the mornings, hit me a line and I'll sort you out on a spot on the boat. So still I've got a few spots left there. So what are you going to do?
I don't know. I hear that you're going to be away the whole
A
weekend.
good thing.
So I don't know.
A good thing to do when your husband has gone fishing. Do you know what that is?
No.
Cleaning the house, my friends have told me. So you don't think that will work for you? Not. My car also needs to wash. So you've got multiple choices here. All right. We are actually hoping that next year we will be able to see our kids. We've got two kids here who have postponed their wedding.
Dankie Wilma, ek gaan sommer.
Mariska's going to Spa from Wilma's.
For the whole weekend.
So that's boys' weekend.
Well, it's going to be anyway, it seems.
Yeah, we're hoping to see our kids this year. It's been a while, 3 years, maybe 4 years. March will be 4 years. Yeah. So I haven't seen my kids in 4 years' time. When we had everything planned and they were supposed to come here, COVID happened, and that's been ongoing now. So that's an expectation for me to see my kids. I've got two kids there want to get married. That's another expectation we hope to fulfill for them.
Yeah, that's a hope. It's not an expectation. See the kids as well. I'm hoping to see them. I'm not expecting anything.
I'm actually going to put it out there and say I'm expecting to see my kids this year.
Yeah.
Really?
If
This
everything
should happen
goes
now.
the way that we
Yeah.
wanted to go, then this will be a really good
Mm.
year. There's a lot of very exciting stuff
Yeah.
waiting to happen. So we really hope that it will.
Mm. You never know. You never
Yeah.
know. So yeah, it's always interesting when you speak to people. We were a group of what about six different uh, six
Yeah.
families, and we had time to speak to them. Plus, we met up with a few other South Africans all over the campsite, and we had some times to speak to them, and everybody wasn't as long. Everybody was hanging out there. I think people Afrikaans would use, if I may say this, gatvol.
I think everyone is.
Yeah, I don't have an English. Sorry to the English people, I don't have an English word for gatvol. There's no descriptive word that explaining you so fed up that you gatvol. So yeah, let's see what he says. Jolene L says on the other side, my husband had an interview with a recruitment agency and asked what his hobbies was. He said fishing and cycling. She asked if fishing is that thing you thought with your hands.
You
Go
throw.
with your hands. You can't go try fishing that side. Or you can't wait to go fishing that side. Interesting. I had in 2016. I had an interview via email that stage. I actually met the guy later when we arrived in Wellington. I met up with this one person, and one of the questions was, "Please send us your photo with your biggest fish that you've caught." So that was an interview question. That was actually quite good. So yeah,
Fishing is huge in
fishing
New
is
Zealand.
huge in New Zealand. Yeah. I've just heard some of the stats, presumably, and I'm saying presumably because I
Mhm.
haven't looked through this myself. Auckland is the city with the most boats
Yeah, that's
per
what I've
capita.
heard.
That's what I've heard.
Mm.
Yeah. And that's probably one of the reasons why it's called the City of Sails.
Yeah.
Hmm. So interesting. But wherever you go in Auckland, all the marinas is full. People all over's got boats, and then you got all these boats standing outside people's homes. That's quite a lot. So,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I
So
like Vilma.
we'll need that chocolate. I promise you, there's a chocolate line, and it says "Merry Christmas."
Onderste
Ah,
bo.
it's upside down in English. So that's
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. That was one of the chocolates I got for Christmas. So
Mm.
yeah, and it's unopened.
Yeah, well, keep it to next year. Keep it for next
Nah,
year's
it's gonna be
Christmas.
fraught. We'll have to test it to see if the people give us
You
good
better
chocolate.
do it today.
That's let's get back to mindful eating. I found a few interesting things these few days that we have been overindulging a bit, but I haven't overindulged that much. Only Christmas Day, because everything was nice.
Mm.
I found that my body reacted to different food differently.
Yes.
That was the interesting thing. You always think that this will make you fat and that will make you fat, or this will good won't be good. I don't think my body likes bread at all.
Mm.
That's the weirdest thing. I mean, and bread is one of those. How can I say? It's a universal. It's a universal food. You get bread everywhere.
Yeah.
But the weirdest thing is, now that I've found out that my body doesn't like bread, or bread doesn't like my body, whichever one comes first, suddenly you've got all these things on YouTube that showing me people how to make bread. I will show you this morning. It's just weird. So yeah.
Okay, so what are your plans for the new year? Everyone out there.
All right. Let's ask. Put up. What is your plans for the new year? Let's see. What is your plans for the new year? I know everybody wants to fish more.
I know
Um,
there's probably still a lot of people that are hoping for residence quite soon in the new year.
yeah. I've
Um,
seen a few come through, but I
mm,
haven't seen the heaps that we thought was going to come through.
I saw quite a lot.
Mm. So
Mm, I saw quite a
yeah,
lot.
it's quite interesting when you but it's not tons.
Yeah.
It's not tons. I saw a lot that I do fully agree with you, but I haven't seen the heaps and heaps that we thought was going to go through. So let's hope for. Oh yeah, they're closed now. That's well.
Are they?
I think until the 5th or the 10th
Oh,
or something like that.
okay.
So what does Vanita say? Until when is immigration closed? And how many of those 10,000, I think 10,000 in the first round that could apply, how many of those have actually gotten residence?
Mm. But I know a lot of people
Mm.
that are waiting for residency this year, and a lot of people wants to buy their first home as soon as
Yeah.
they have residence. So there's quite a lot of exciting stuff that can
Mm.
happen if everything goes
Yeah.
according to
And
plan.
as soon as you get residence, guys, you need to get hold of me so that we can help you with your Kiwi Saver. That's one way to get money out of the government without wearing a mask. Really, I promise you. Yeah, did you know government gives you $521 per year for free? You're a taxpayer and you have got residence.
Mm.
So that's something that's money for jam, really,
Yeah,
really. So yeah, that's one of those things. So
yeah.
Facebook users saying I have plans for 2022 and being hopeful about international travel. We
I
are
think
all
that's
hopeful.
what
Oh yeah.
everyone is waiting for. If it, even if it's for if you want just to want to go travel or if you want to see your family, I think for most people that's the reason.
Mm. Here's an
Just want to see
interesting
their
one.
family.
The 2021 resident visa grants have been slower than expected. 6 weeks for New Zealand police certificates, which is the holdup. So
Oh, maybe that's the hold
that
up
could be
there. Yeah,
another weird one, hey?
yeah.
So yeah, that
Hmm.
could be another weird one. So Vilma also saying she lost her job recently and she has to save for residence, and is really working on her nerves. So I
Yeah,
fully understand that. Hey man,
yeah.
yeah.
I know a lot of people that's saving at the moment.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of people, because it's not a cheap process.
No,
No, it's really not a cheap process.
I think the first few years in a new country is really hard because you have to save for your residence, you have to save for a deposit for
Yeah,
a house. So it's just it's
and
saving
you
all the
actually,
way for about 4 or 5 years.
and especially if you come from South Africa, you come from a disadvantage because you've lost 10 times the value of your money.
Mm.
So
Yeah, so
these people sell their
I'm with
houses in South
you.
Africa and think, oh, I've got 500,000 rand, and they come here and it's about $45,000, and they can't even put a deposit down for a
No, you
house.
can do nothing with it.
That's
Yeah.
hectic. That's absolutely hectic.
Mm.
So, but on the good, let's go to the good side. I know a lot of people who suffered like that. I know a lot of those people who has made it.
Yes.
It was really, they've worked hard. They put
Yeah.
their
I
minds to the matter,
think
and they've done it.
when you come to a new country, you just have to tell yourself, well, it's
Yeah.
going to be 4 or 5 years of a little bit of not struggling because you don't really struggle, just a little bit of cutting down on the expenses
Yeah.
and saving. And maybe the good thing is that so many things you can do in New Zealand are for free. So you don't have to pay for a
Mm.
lot of stuff to do outside, so just put your mind to it, and then you'll be able to. I mean, we know a lot of people that
Yeah.
this year really they saved up the deposits, and it's really going good
I've,
for
I've,
them.
I've also got a lot of clients that have really done the hard yards, that have bought their first house now. Um, and these guys aren't looking back. This is really, and I know it's difficult just to get onto the property ladder, especially with the prices going the way they are.
Yeah.
But I've seen it looks like the prices have stabilized a bit. And the other thing that I've noted in the market, she sent me a lot of things from Trade Me last night. One thing I've noted, which I haven't noted in the past, now suddenly they put the prices on houses. In the past, it's sell by auction, sell by auction.
Yeah, I only sent you the ones with the
But
prices.
now, I
Yeah,
mean,
but
no,
I
no,
know,
I've
I
overall
know.
looked
Yeah,
at the whole thing, and suddenly there's more houses that has got a price on.
yeah.
Because
This
it's difficult to say
this
an
auction
auction.
thing
Yeah,
is really nerve
no.
wracking.
My friend Tony, who's an estate agent, took me to an auction the other day,
Mm.
and that was an experience out of this world,
I
really.
th- I think if you're not the one that wants to buy, then it is an experience. If you're the
Yeah,
one that wants to buy, it can be
I
really
didn't
hard.
want to buy. I didn't even put my hand up.
Yes, no,
I
I
just went
know.
to see what this is all
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
And I actually went a week earlier to look at the house, and I had a price in my head.
Mm.
I really had a price in my head. I thought, if it goes this high, okay, let's talk about the price.
Mm.
The price I had in my head for this house was roughly about $750,000, based on the area, based on the size of the house, based on everything else that
The
you
way
can
that
think
it
of,
looked
the way
like.
that it
Yeah.
looked.
Yeah.
And I looked at one roof as well, and one roof also had about 750
Mm.
in on their estimated.
Mm.
The auctioneer opened this auction at 790. Because presumably that I heard later, that was an offer that was made on the house already.
Okay.
So he opened up at 790. That auction ran up to 850 within seconds, like this. Boop, boop, boop. 850.
Mm.
And then somebody asked if they can, because they went up in fives.
Okay.
So $5,000 every time. So every time somebody put a hand up, it's $5,000 more.
Mm.
And at 850, it stagnated for a few seconds. And then somebody asked, "Can't we just do it in thousands?" And he said, "Let's go for thousands." And it went from 850 to 883. Boop, 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 boop. It was astounding. I think the people that put in the offer was the people I saw crying outside, because
Yeah.
they were absolutely. The lady was just crying.
The thing is, you don't get houses for that price
Jeez.
anymore. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter what it looks like. Doesn't matter
But
what
I see
area it is
there's
in.
houses there in the 850 mark
Yeah.
now, so
Mm.
that looks like that is the new price has been found
Yeah,
there,
which is a good thing.
which is a good thing.
And the
It's a
houses
hectic price
it
for
doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
The ones that
Yeah.
I sent you
and
actually
it's
looks good.
not in bad areas as
Mm.
well. So
Mm.
yeah, that's always the big thing is to buy your
Yeah.
house in New Zealand and to get it to the right place,
So
right
I hope
price.
if you're in the market this
Yeah.
year wanting to buy, I hope that you will be able to buy something. Morley on now.
And good morning, Gareth Brown. So yeah, guys, for
Mm.
2021, let's hope for speedy residences. Let's hope for international travel, and let's hope that everybody who gets residence will be able to buy their first house in New Zealand in 2022. I know it's a lot to ask.
Yeah.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I think you can do it. You can do it. If you
Yeah.
put your mind to that, you can do it.
Yes.
If you could put your mind to pick up your feet and get out of South Africa and come here, you can put your mind to the fact that you are going to buy
Anything.
your first house. Anything is possible.
If you can immigrate, you can do anything.
Yeah. That's probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
It is the hardest
It's
thing.
the hardest thing I've
Yeah.
ever done in my
And the
life.
thing is, it gets better,
Yeah.
but it's always hard because
Yeah.
there's always something. As long as you've got family in South Africa, it's going to be hard.
And no amount of planning. I'm going to put this out there because I'm not an overthinker. I'm probably an over planner. I've always got a plan A, B, and C, and even sometimes a plan D ready for use, and it's all good plans. So, no amount of planning, no amount of planning can ever make you ready for what immigration can bring to you.
No.
It can just soften the blow, but it can't make it any better. It's just one of those things. So
Yeah, I think rather come with no expectation, but just with an open and clear mind that you will do whatever it takes
Yep.
to settle in and to make the best of it.
but I think you must have some expectations. You must have some. Otherwise, life will be boring.
Yeah, but I think my idea of an expectation and yours is a little bit different. Maybe that's why.
Because you're from Venus and I'm from Mars.
Yeah.
What is that story? So why did these two, Mars and Venus, come together?
I still don't know. I'm trying to find that out.
Yeah,
It's been 25 years now, and I still don't know.
man, that long. You still have no expectations. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Rudolf van Tonner saying, "Fail to plan, plan to fail." That is so. That is so. Sometimes people just, and I've seen this with a few people as well. They just grab the bull by the horns and they go, and suddenly that bull runs away for them, and they fall off. But a lot of them just get up again, dust themselves off,
You
and
have to.
go on.
You have to. That's what life's all about. You can't go sit in a little lookie.
No, I mean when we came to New Zealand in 2016, I looked at homes in a certain area. I'm not going to put the area out.
Oh, yes.
You remember that
Yes.
area? And we said, $1 million for a house here? $1 million?
Yeah.
And you know what?
It was in Auckland, and it was mansions.
It's really a great area. I'm not taking anything away from the area. It's one of those areas. It's on the beach, and at that stage, houses that was going for $1 million. I doubt if you can buy a house in that same area, and this is what 6 years later
Yeah.
for
4 million.
5 mil, perhaps. Yeah, I
Yeah.
doubt. I'll have a look. I haven't had a look yet at that area again. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
But never stop dreaming,
never
eh?
stop
As
dreaming.
long as you can dream, that's what I think.
So,
Yeah. We've got a lot of dreams for this year.
yeah, no, one of them, one of my dreams, which is not, is I'm not going to become a chopper pilot. I'm too old for that. So,
Oh, are you, were you still
no,
dreaming
no,
about going
no,
as a
no,
job
no, no, no. That was
pilot?
never a dream of mine. So
Okay,
I'm
so
just putting it out there that
right.
that's not a dream of mine. Um, I do actually have a dream of owning a bigger boat.
Oh,
I just need you to buy into the dream yet.
there's a lot of stuff that I am dreaming about that we still has to happen before you can buy a bigger
I'm
boat.
in love. You can just work harder. It's easy as that. So, all right, guys. Because on that note, I know we've got still 3 minutes left, but
Yeah.
we've got some admin work to do this morning, and we're gonna run around and be crazy. So, but
I'm starting again.
have you been in a nightclub in Auckland, please?
Yeah, well, I hope that all of you have the 2022 that you are hoping for and dreaming about. Even if whether it's coming to New Zealand or whether it is that you are in New Zealand and there's some stuff that needs to happen and that everyone will just have lots of joy in this year.
Yeah, my
That's what
my
I hope.
my wish for 2022 is that you guys will find hope, that you guys will have a good time. To those who still has residence or need residence, that will happen quickly. And I
Sorry.
also hope that she's got a negative COVID test. Because I'm going to take you. Where do you take people for COVID tests? To the vet. So the best for 2022 for everybody.
Yes.
Really, this is our last one for the year. We've done 52, 30 minutes with Jan. So yeah, we need to say goodbye now.
Yes.
And
And we'll see you in the new
we'll see you in the
year.
new year.
Have a
And
good one. I hope that you all do something good,
mm,
something nice tomorrow evening.
and I hope somewhere along the line somebody shoots a few firecrackers. We'll just have some
I think we will be able to
getting
see
getting a
some.
bit of a bang for
Yeah,
the year.
yeah. We just can't go the
Mm,
year out with nothing. I don't like fireworks. If
but
it's unmanaged,
mm,
but it will be good to see some.
especially where we live, we could always see about three different areas of fireworks. So that
Yeah,
was well,
we really hope that we will.
all right. So
Okay,
thanks for
have a good
listening us
day.
to us in 2021, and I hope I can bend your arm for 2022 as well. So let's see where that goes.
Bend my arm.
Bend your arm, buig your arm.
But what?
To have 52 more chats next year.
Oh, yes.
Okay. If you've got it, she'll be back next year. All right, guys and girls, thanks a lot. And that's us saying goodbye. And goodbye to 2021. And may
Yeah,
2022 may just be better.
it will.
All right.